And we are live. Good afternoon and hello to another episode of the e-commerce coffee break. Today we want to talk about something that is in the heart of a lot of Shopify store owner. We're talking about themes. Specifically, we talk about how you can easily personalize your Shopify store without the help of a developer. For that topic, I have Anne Thomas with me today. She is the co-founder at DesignPacks at design-packs.com. Anne brings over 13 years of experience in web development and has helped create some of the best Shopify themes on the market. She spent 4.5 years at Out of the Sandbox as a technical director, working on themes such as Turbo and Flex. So she has a broad knowledge about the Shopify platform. Hello, Anne. How are you today?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great too. Shopify themes, as I said, something that every Shopify store owner has to deal with. Some put too much heart into it, some do not put enough focus on it. So it's a broad range there. Now, obviously, a lot of things going on with Shopify themes since Shopify launched 2.0. And we just want to talk about what themes basically can do, how you can improve them, and what the mystery of sections has to do with that. Give me a bit of a background where you're coming from, Anne.
Yeah, so I remember just talking on the sort of sections everywhere point. So I remember at Unite, I think it was 2019, they first sort of mentioned that they were going to be rolling this out. And since I was working at Out of the Sandbox at the time, we were all so excited. But and it really has delivered on a lot of things that merchants were looking for. In terms of themes in general, I think the journey that a lot of merchants go through is that they start off with a free theme usually, and then they kind of need to determine whether they're going to a custom theme or going to go for a premium already built theme. And so I think that, you know, there's so much day to day that people need to focus on when they're building their store that sometimes the theme gets set up at the very beginning and then never actually gets optimized later down the line. So I think that the release of sections everywhere is actually a really good time to kind of circle back if you haven't looked at your theme in a while, and if you haven't really evaluated what that experience is like, this is actually an excellent time to do that.
Mm-hmm. As you said, a lot of store owners, merchants start with a free theme. Mm-hmm. And then upgrade to a premium theme or get a custom theme depending on their budget and how far they want to go into these details. Now, obviously, with Online Shopping 2.0, the Dawn theme came out, which is the first free theme that supports all the new features. What do you see going on right now with Shopify store owners? Are they sort of uncertain what they should do, or is everyone jumping on the bandwagon to get the latest and best theme?
I think at the moment, people are being very tentative about it, and for good reason, because it's October right now, end of October, and we're just coming up to Black Friday, Cyber Monday, big sales for a lot of stores in the ecosystem. So I think that a lot of people will wait until after that has all happened and then kind of evaluate. So I think probably people will add, you know, extra features or sort of move things around, but they maybe not will make an entire theme switch until they can kind of, you know, sit back, have a little bit more time with it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm recommending to my clients, actually, because I got in the beginning, I got just panic calls and saying, what should I do? Should I upgrade? And so on and so forth. And say, no, just if it's running perfectly well, don't touch anything, wait for January and then take it from there.
Yeah.
With the new features, with the section specifically, a lot of uncertainty there. People do not really know what to do with it. So can you give us a bit of a background, what the whole idea is, what you can implement, how you can use it for your benefit?
Yeah, I think something that a lot of merchants actually overlook is that regardless of the theme that they're currently using, it doesn't have to be Dawn or it doesn't have to be one of the new updated, you know, 2.0 themes, is that they can start using sections everywhere on their site right now just by adding these additional JSON files. They're backwards compatible with their existing theme. So they can add a new page template that is built with JSON and then have the ability to create landing pages and, you know, kind of mix and match and move things around. I think I see so many sites that have just really terrible about pages, mainly because, you know, the about template is generally you add it with the little, you know, what you see is what you get editor. It has a text, maybe a photo, and that's it. So I think a really good move for merchants that they could implement before Black Friday, Cyber Monday is adding one of these additional JSON templates and then being able to play and have a really dynamic about page or FAQ page or landing page without having to update the entire theme.
Yeah. How much of technical skills does one need to do so?
So the first thing that they would need to do is either work with a developer or agency or install an app that would allow them to add these new JSON template files. If they're somewhat comfortable with it, they can sort of go in and add it like a boilerplate. Once you have one JSON template for either your page or your collection or your product, you can then duplicate it really easily from the theme editor. It sort of detects that it's there, but it's that initial first step of having that JSON file existing. That's the tricky part for some people.
Mhm. Now, a lot of store owners, especially small and medium enterprises, they don't have in-house
Yes.
people to do so. And if I tell them you have just simply to change a JSON file, they're panicking. You say, I have no clue what that is and how do I take it from here? So, and then they're basically on the hunt for a developer and they go on Fiverr or Upwork and find someone who possibly or not is capable to do so. What would be the right approach to get this problem solved?
I don't want to like plug my app or anything like that, but with design packs, we actually have templates that are available and they're all JSON. So if you add any of our templates, you have all of a sudden the ability to add these JSON templates just with just install one button, that's it.
Okay, so basically, like you would install an app, you can go there and install a new section that is completely layouted and has all the features that you need there. Is
Yeah,
that right?
exactly.
Okay, and you can do this from a free theme or?
Yeah, so it works. It'll work with Dawn, Narrative, Debut. So any of the older themes as well. Dawn obviously already has sections everywhere, so maybe that one's not super relevant. But if someone is on Debut, Narrative, Brooklyn, any of the classics, Simple, if I can name all the free Shopify themes.
Okay. Now, with the premium themes, lots of them have page builders in there. So Ecommerce, for instance, is a page builder. Shopify Pages is a page builder, and so on and so forth. How does that work with them? Would you need to basically install a section, or can you do it directly from the page builder? What's the most convenient way for somebody who's not technical skilled?
Yeah, so the nice thing is that once you actually have those JSON templates added, it works the exact same way directly in your theme as you would see on your homepage. So a lot of merchants are familiar with the homepage right now where you can add section and drag and drop and move them around, and there's little blocks inside those sections. So essentially, it adds that capability to other pages, which is what people have been looking for a long time. And I think there is this misconception that you need to update your entire theme to get that functionality when that's really not the case.
Yeah. Now, with the sections in mind, from your perspective, and you're doing this for a long time, and you were working for out of the sandbox and obviously have a huge background on how to optimize things. A lot of store owners have no background in conversion optimization, in UX, and they basically throw in everything they read, and then you end up in a site that's completely clustered. It has blinking apps everywhere and whatsoever, which is a complete nightmare when it comes to UX. Give me a best world or a best case scenario on how you would build a highly conversion rate optimized site with sections, with apps.
Yeah, so I think that you're totally right. I think a lot of merchants, they do two things. Because they've installed their theme a while ago, they don't update it all that often, and so they tend to miss out on features that they could be getting for free from their theme. The classic example of this is the currency converter. I see so many stores that are using an old version of the theme, not realizing that the new version of theme has a currency converter built in, uses native Shopify currency, and they're paying monthly for an app to convert currencies. They don't have to be. So I would say that for merchants, the best thing is whatever theme you're using, install as an unpublished theme. So don't publish it right away, but as an unpublished theme, install the most recent version of that theme. You can do that with Debut, any of the free themes, and then look in the settings and see if there's any settings that look a bit different. Unfortunately, there's not great documentation in terms of the change log, aka the like what has been updated in the theme for free themes, but for all the paid premium themes there are. So my advice to merchants is always, hey, take a look at what has been updated and if there's been bugs fixed, new features and all that kind of stuff. And look at all the different settings. It can take a while, but if you read through, you kind of see what is possible and what's not.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Now, obviously, you were working for Out of the Sandbox, and Flex and Turbo are themes that come with a lot of features that are already included, and it's highly configurable. Where would you put your app that you have developed in this scenario when you already have a premium theme that has a lot of bells and whistles?
Totally. So I think the reality is that with premium themes, the focus should be with premium themes that they're trying to focus on a specific merchant, like so that they, or a niche in terms of they have a large inventory or they are selling specific industry. Whereas what we do with design packs is we kind of fill in the blanks. So the analogy that I like to use is imagine you buy a Lego set and it comes with a certain amount of pieces. And that's great. Those pieces are wonderful. You need those pieces. What we do is we have the add-on pieces that your theme doesn't necessarily come with. So maybe this is like an interesting layout or design that you can't currently achieve with your theme. And rather than having to pay a developer to build out a like fully functional custom section that's going to cost a lot of money, we have a flat rate amount, and we release 5 new sections every single month. So by the end of the year, we'll have 60. And so you can add and remove sections that you want and need, and not have to like add them all, but you can kind of play around and test things out. And yeah, so.
Okay, give me a couple of examples. What kind of sections you have if you say you're publishing 5 new sections?
For sure. So we just released one that's really neat that not a lot of, again, it's not, some themes have it, other themes don't. So it's almost sort of like mixing, matching different themes together. We have one, it's called Shop the Collection. So essentially it's this large image and you're probably familiar with Baymerd, where, talking about all the usability and making sure one of their main things is that when you have these lifestyle sort of inspirational images, making sure that all of the products are linked in the photo. It's also really common in Instagram shopping. It's not something that a lot of themes come with out of the box. So we have this section that you can add to your theme that works really well on mobile, is performance optimized, lazy loading, all that good stuff. And then it allows you to you can position those little points wherever you want them. We've got countdown timers, we've got FAQ sections. Yeah, we've got a lot.
Okay, sounds cool. Just mentioned one thing there, load speed.
Sure,
now, in the past, still now, a lot of apps basically have just a forwarder which takes them the functionality to an external server, so they're not hosted necessarily on Shopify. How does that work with sections?
So sections are actually added directly to your theme. So they become part of the theme. So in a similar way that if you have something custom developed for you by a developer, they're going to add it directly to your theme. We do the same thing with the sections.
So it won't slow down your site at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and if you remove a section, then there will be no leftover code or something. It's just clean code as it was before.
Yeah, currently it's a little bit of a manual process. We're working on that for the app, but yes, you can remove it. We've also made sure that we've namespaced all of our code so that it's not going to interfere with any existing styles or files or anything like that. And everything is sort of pre-penned with design packs so that it's really easy to scan and get rid of if you don't need it anymore.
Okay, so basically it's a plug and play system. You basically just pick one of the sections that you offer, and then you just put it in your site, and then you take it from there. What happens if I want something completely built? Would you be the right contact as well, or do I need to find someone else?
Yeah, we totally we build custom sections. If you email us at info@design-packs.com, or right in the app when you install it, there's a little need a custom section, and that also opens up and sends to our email. We have definitely built custom sections for people, and it's a really fun process.
Okay. Cool. No, that sounds really exciting. That is becoming so easy to just extend a website with more features without having a developer necessarily on board, which obviously is usually a very lengthy, complicated, and expensive process.
Yeah.
From your long experience, give me some kind of golden nugget for our listeners, what they should or not should do when it comes to installing their themes or maintaining their themes.
Okay. I would say, I mean, the number one I've already talked about a bit is make sure that you're aware that themes can be updated and set aside, even if it's every 6 months or even once a year, just go in and make sure that you're updating your theme. But also, I guess being like looking at your site on mobile is so incredibly important as well. I think a lot of people tend to purchase themes on desktop and only look at their site on desktop. So always, always, always make sure that you're looking at your site on mobile and considering that experience.
That's a great tip. That's a really good tip. I see that so often that people, because most of the traffic nowadays is coming to mobile devices, and they do not prioritize the mobile view of their theme. So that's really a good tip. Cool. Thanks so much. And this was really insightful. I think it will help a lot of people working on their stores, and then probably in January getting to the 2.0 version of the next Shopify themes. So thanks so much for your time, and talk to you soon.
Yeah, thank you so much for the great chat.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, Klaus here. Before you leave, I have a question for you. Are you a Shopify store owner and you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, and not sure what to do next to grow your business? Do you struggle to convert traffic into sales and turn website visitors into buyers? Do you want to have direct access to a mentor who can assist you with your store, your strategy, offer, marketing, sales, and anything else you might need in your business? Then I would invite you to apply for my Get Conversions program, where I show you how to remove the guesswork out of growing your Shopify business and create clarity to optimize your business for maximal growth and profit. This is an application-only program. To apply, go to klauslauter.com to learn more. And finally, please do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment. It's a huge help and allows me to reach more people with this channel. Thanks in advance, and until next time at the e-commerce coffee break.